All right, so Mr. Sumit Cute, I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So Mr. Sumit Cute asks, please make a video on how our airline interviews. Thanks so much for this question, Sumit. And it's not just you, there are a lot of subscribers and followers on Instagram who have asked the same question to me, and I'll be answering that particular question in this video. We are talking about airline interviews. What can you expect? How is it different from a normal job interview? And then how you can ace your airline interview. If you are interested, buckle up your seatbelts because we're ready for takeoff. What's up, fellow viewers, and welcome back to the FlyTuber, Flying Simplified through YouTube. My name is Ali Asghar, and on this channel I talk about interesting aviation facts, aircraft knowledge, and some advice videos and guidance videos just like in today's video. So if you are new here, you might want to consider subscribing. Okay, so first things first, how is an airline interview different from a normal job interview? Usually in a normal interview, companies are looking for your qualifications, your experiences, are you fit for that role, etc. or not. In an airline interview, however, you are more or less most probably already evaluated. You probably have given a theoretical examination, all right, or you have already been tested for your abilities and qualifications. Are you qualified enough or not? What in an airline interview airlines are looking for is your mentality and psychology. Are you mentally fit to be flying for that airline or not? And why that happened is mainly because of German Wings air crash. You can watch an air crash video, or you can read up an article wherein a pilot locked out his captain out of the cockpit and then purposefully went and crashed the aircraft. After that, airlines are giving more preference and priorities when they are profiling a particular candidate, especially in an interview. Also, in an airline selection process, all the steps before an interview, usually you don't interact directly with people, you just give examinations, etc. Interview is the place where it's mostly it's a one-on-one, face-to-face interview, so that is the best chance airline can profile you and know you as a person and a mentality and your psychology. Well, obviously that does not mean that the airline will not be asking you any technical questions in the airline interview. Be prepared for that also. Airlines do ask, mostly they do also incorporate one or two technical questions in their interviews. That's basically a final review before they are giving you a job, so you can expect anything. Let's see what can you expect in an airline interview. So usually an airline interview happens after a written examination, a psychometric examination, and a sim check in some cases. Depends from different airlines to different airlines, but in most cases airline interview is usually the final step before they give you a job. And where does this interview happen? Usually airlines will call you up at their headquarters, or if not, they can arrange the interview at a hotel, or sometimes the interview can also be taken online. Now, depending upon different airline to airline, usually the number of people sitting in the interview panel is 2 to 3. Okay, usually there is a chief pilot from the airline, and then a person from HR and some other personnel evaluating different things. Okay, each person sitting there is meant and is given tasks to be evaluating for those particular skill sets, for example. So you need to work yourself and be prepared so that you ace your airline interview. Talking about that, let's look at what are the different things that you can incorporate so that you ace your airline interview. Grooming is one of the most important things, be it in an airline or a normal interview. Make sure that you are well groomed, especially men out there. Okay, you would want to clean shave your beard, or even if you want to keep your beard, then make sure it's neatly trimmed. And then cloth wise, you should be wearing full formals preferably, and clothes should be neat and clean and ironed. Shoes should be polished, for example. Okay, all those points you already know, especially talking about accessories such as tattoos and rings and all. You don't want to go with all those rings and tattoos showing. In airlines, they will want you to not be wearing any visible tattoos on your skin. And then one important thing here, which is different from these normal points from a normal interview, is that please do yourself a favor, get a good folder, a case wherein you can organize your files and documents, because you will be carrying a lot of documents to the interview, your logbook, your licenses, your medicals and whatnot. You don't want yourself to be in a situation when the interviewer asks you for a certain document, and if you pull out a lot of shabby documents and all the documents are all over the place and you are finding and looking, yeah, just give me 2 minutes, I'll be giving you the document. Please do yourself a favor. If you do bring out a well organized folder, that will be giving a very good impression to the interviewer. Make sure to keep all these documents a day before itself, properly arranged and sorted out in a folder. Do yourself a favor, get a good folder, especially if it's best that you get yourself folder that is dedicated for pilots. Well, that brings me to the next point, is that a day before, make sure that all your documents are well organized, and make sure that all of your documents are included. Don't forget any of the documents, because that will be giving a very irresponsible kind of an impression to the interviewer. Pro tip here is that both for your clothes and for resume, use the airline colors, whichever airline you are going for your interview. So for example, if the airline uses a lot of red or blue in their branding, then make sure to wear such similar matching clothes and also use similar colors in your resume. That's a pro tip there. The next thing is do your homework and prepare well in advance and nicely for your interview. Prepare about the airline itself, about the key people in the airline, who is the CEO, who is the chief pilot, who is the chief pilot of safety, etc. And then what is the date of formation of the airline itself, when was it formed, some history of the airline, and then most importantly the number of aircrafts, which is the major fleet that is operated by the airline, and then where is the headquarters, etc. These things. Syllabus wise, your theory knowledge wise, you please do yourself a favor and refresh your CPL knowledge, especially if you are going for a type rated vacancy. I have seen a lot of people who go for a type rated vacancy thinking that there will be no questions asked from their CPL theory. Please, it's an interview, the person is sitting right in front of you, he can throw any question at you, and it's best that you be prepared for all of the questions. Okay, so prepare for your CPL knowledge as well. And obviously if you're going for a type rated vacancy, please do yourself a favor, read your systems and the aircraft systems knowledge and other knowledge of the aircraft well in advance, and especially memory items. Okay, if you are going for an A320 or a 737 type rated vacancy, memory items are one thing that will be sure shot asked in the airline interview. And then other things that you need to know is regulations. They can ask sometimes situational questions like what have you done had you found yourself to be in such a situation, or tell me about a time when so and so thing happened. Okay, the motive of such questions is only to do two things at a single time, that is to test your technical and your theoretical knowledge, and also at the same time see your mentality and psychology, that how would you react in such a situation. Which also reminds me of another thing, as sometimes the interviewers will purposefully go harsh and rough on you. Okay, they'll try to get angry and upset. They will purposefully want to put you in a pressure situation, and they will try to shake your confidence. Okay, if such thing happens, don't break down or start crying or lose your confidence. The interviewers do this on purpose and put you in pressure situation because they want to look how you react. They want to know how will you react in pressure situations, especially emergencies, etc. Because in normal situation, any prepared pilot and human will do his best. But the only thing, the important thing here is that how will the person or the pilot react in emergency and pressure situations. So that's what they're looking for. And the best way to not break down and to stay calm and cool and keep your confidence is to keep reminding yourself that this guy is doing this on purpose to evaluate me. He is not actually angry or upset with me. He is just trying to evaluate me, and that's the best way you can remind yourself of that and perform the best in the interview. And most importantly, don't ever lose your cool. There are times where people, if their ego gets hurt, if the interviewers goes really harsh and rough on them, they lose their cool and they start fighting, etc. Please don't do that. Remember that it's you who has come for a job. It's the most important part and most important point in your career. And obviously keep reminding yourself, he doesn't have to do anything with you. Okay, he only is evaluating you, so that will help a lot. And other things are pretty much standard that would go with any other thing in an interview. Okay, please don't be late, be punctual. It's best to be half an hour early than to be 5 minutes late, especially being a pilot. It talks a lot about your punctuality, and right, aviation, how time is very critical in this industry, how time critical this industry is. So that talks a lot about your punctuality. Don't be late, and once you get in the interview room, always wear a smile. Ask permission to get in, to sit down. on the seat. And then once you are done, irrespective of how your interview went, irrespective of whether you think it went good or bad, thank them for their time, thank them for this opportunity, and greet them. And then that's how you can ace an interview. And the best line that is coming to my head right now is the 5 P's. Yes, that is prior preparation prevents poor performance. This amazing line was taught to me by my instructor when I went for my A320 type rating, and I forwarded it to you. Please do yourself a favor, go in the interview prepared. All the best for your interview. If you follow these things, I'm sure you will be acing it. And all the best for your interview whenever it comes up. I hope that everyone in the industry gets a job as soon as possible. I hope this COVID thing ends as soon as possible and the opportunities and vacancies come back again.
One important thing that I forgot to mention here is that whenever you are sitting in a vacancy, be it in the written examination or in the interview itself, you will be asked questions based on both your CPL knowledge and also on the knowledge of the particular aircraft that you are type rated on and are sitting in that vacancy, irrespective if it is an A320 or a Boeing 737 or an ATR 72-600, whatever. But the catch here is that irrespective of what vacancy you are sitting in, be it a type rated vacancy or even a non-type rated vacancy, you will be asked questions based on the CPL syllabus, and that is same irrespective of whatever aircraft you are type rated on. So keeping that in mind, I am planning to put up some interesting videos, some very informative ones, be it CPL theory and some syllabus wise, or some information, very interesting videos flying wise. And such videos are planned up for the future, so make sure to stick around this channel.
That's it for this video. I hope that you liked the video. If you like, hit the thumbs up button, do subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. I'll be coming up with a very interesting video actually. I'm thinking of some possibilities. Maybe I might give a sneak peek on my Instagram, maybe, or in the community post, I don't know. But yeah, wait up for some interesting content ahead. Until then, take care and happy landings.